Australia, 1931. In the terrible, unforgiving heart of the outback, three young Aboriginal girls set off on a journey that would define their survival, their resistance, and their identity against a harsh colonial system designed to erase them. This is the story of Rabbit Proof Fence. Rabbit Proof Fence, directed by Philip Noyce, tells the powerful story of three young girls named Molly, Gracie, and Daisy, who were taken from their own families by the Australian government at a very young age. Part of the policy of assimilation aimed at civilizing Indigenous children. Their escape following the rabbit-proof fence that runs through the outback is a tale of cultural survival, resilience, and defiance. During the early 20th century, the Australian government's policy of assimilation forcibly removed Aboriginal children from their own families to breed out their culture. These children, known as the Stolen Generations, were placed in institutions very far from their homes, often with the goal of serving their connection to their cultural heritage. Under these oppressive policies, Indigenous people were stripped of their own rights and forced into a system that sought to deny their very own identity. But in Rabbit Proof Fence, we see a different story. A story of survival against the odds, using the knowledge and symbols that had been passed down for generations. One of the most powerful symbols in this movie is the Rabbit Proof Fence itself. Originally built to stop the spread of rabbits across Australia, it becomes a much more profound symbol in the girls' journey. While it is a man-made structure, it takes on a deeper significance for Molly, Gracie, and Daisy. The fence is not just a physical boundary, it's a lifetime. It guides them back home and serves as a reminder of the colonial borders that seek to confine them. For these three girls, the fence is a symbol of both hope and oppression, a thread of connection to their families and their lands. As the girls travel, their connection to the land becomes their guiding force. This is where their wisdom of Indigenous knowledge comes into play. Molly, the eldest of three, leads them not only by following the fence, but also by navigating the land in ways that only someone deeply connected to the earth can do. In Indigenous cultures, the land is alive with spirits, stories, and guidance. For Molly, her knowledge of the land, and not just survival, it's a spiritual connection that has been passed down through generations. She and the other girls can read the signs of nature, tracks in the dirt, the positions of the stars, and the direction of the wind, all of which are critical to their survival and their journey home. The film also explores the role of spirit and resistance. As the girls travel through the outback, they are not just walking towards physical freedom, they are also moving on to spiritual liberation. The land and the ancestor tied to it act as protectors. The film portrays this spiritual connection as a source of strength, not just survival, but for cultural survival. Their escape is an act of resistance against the government's policies, but also against the erasure of their own culture. They fight not only for their own survival, but for the survival of their traditions, family ties, and ancestral knowledge. Molly, the oldest of three girls, becomes a symbol of resilience and leadership. Throughout their journey, she is the one who keeps them focused and pushes them forward, even when the odds seem insurmountable. Her courage and determination reflect the leadership and strength Indigenous women have provided for their communities throughout history. Despite the trauma inflicted by the colonial system, Molly embodies the resilience that has allowed Indigenous cultures to persist through generations. After weeks of exhaustion, the girls finally reach their destination. They have defined not only the government, but the very system that sought to erase their existence. Their journey home is a victory, not just of endurance, but of the culture and spirit that could never be taken from them. Rabbit Proof Fence is more than just a story about escape. It is a testament to the resilience and strength of Indigenous peoples in the face of oppression. It reminds us that even when faced with systemic forces designed to destroy them, cultures will persist through spirit, memory, and through land. The rabbit-proof fence may have been built to divide land, but for the girls, it became a symbol of connection which connected them to each other, to their families, and to a history of survival that no government could really take away.